Like and subscribe right now or Grumble will literally come and eat you. Alright my friends, I've taken some feedback from the past Doors videos and I have come up with a great theory for the entire Doors storyline. And this might be crazy. So hopefully Red watches these videos again and comments what he thinks. Alright, our big bad enemy isn't Seek or Figure or even Grumble, but rather it is none other than Mischievous Light himself or herself. Now, a lot of you have pointed out that, oh, Mischievous Light is the light known as the modifiers. Well, it could be true, but I'm not denying that. Mischievous Light can be the modifiers as well as the evil entity of Doors at the same time, as literally modifying the game makes it harder, which is quite literally what Mischievous Light's existence is meant to be, making it impossible for the player to actually beat the game. So Mischievous Light and modifiers are the same things, no problem with that. But how is that connected to anything related to the Doors storyline? Well, a lot actually. Quite literally, Mischievous Light as well as Guiding Light are the centerpieces of the entire lore for Doors. Now, I've said this before that we have already seen Mischievous Light in action. In fact, we see him all the time. And no, I'm not talking about the modifiers here, but what I'm about to show you will make you wonder that everything was right under our noses all this time. Okay, so when we first encounter Seek, we see him become from literal goop to a humanoid creature. But Seek was confirmed by the developers that he doesn't actually have a body and can take the shape of literally anything, even your grandma. And that's been proven by the damn Seek we see at floor 2, door 200. So if Seek is actually nothing but a raisin or just black goop in general, then how does he take a humanoid form? Or how is he even the main villain of Doors, as we see from the ending of floor 2? Seek is quite literally pissed and he's hunting you down personally, even to the point he's taking down the Queen Grumble and infecting her. But what if I told you Seek isn't the main villain, but rather it's actually all Mischievous Light's doing? So every time we see Seek appear indoors during the Seek chase, you can always see that he has a red glow to him. Every time you encounter Seek, the red light is always there. Now, I believe that Seek doesn't have a shape or form, but it is rather Mischievous Light who is controlling Seek and giving Seek the shape of the entities. As we see the humanoid form, the damn Seek form, as well as some smaller Seek creatures at door 200. And it is also Mischievous Light that is turning all the giggles and grumbles into screeches as more Seek creatures. And I have proof of this. So during the ending cutscene for floor 2, when Seek literally kills the Queen Grumble, we see him cover her in Seek goop, which maybe in floor 3 we get to fight the actual infected Grumble. So during the ending cutscene for floor 2, when Seek literally kills the Queen, and after infecting the Queen, he emerges. But if I slow down the footage, you can see the red light appear again as the Queen Grumble is infected. As mentioned before, Mischievous Light is controlling Seek and turning everything to another Seek creature, as only a celestial being, according to mythology, can create life. And that is exactly what Mischievous Light is doing. He is creating life. Mischievous Light is one of the 3 celestials we see in this painting, along with Guiding Light and Curious Light. So I have a theory that the statue we see in floor 1, which was actually updated in floor 2, represents the king and his 3 calamities. We see the king who is now stuck in a limbo, as written from the stone tablet, written in the Wingding font, which is actually translated from the Wingding font. We can also get some reassurance from the 3 switches we see in the beginning of floor 2. The generator requires the power of all 3 amulets, and they're all colored red, blue, and yellow, just like the 3 celestials. Maybe all 3 celestials' powers are required to bring back the king, who the king used to have 3 of these celestials by his side. Guiding Light as the crown we see on his head, representing guidance, overseeing all, and helping the king by being the angel on his shoulder. We see the king with the wings, which could represent Curious Light, who are the wings of the king. And finally, the Sword of the King, who could be represented as Mischievous Light. Due to some event, the king is now stuck in an endless limbo, leaving these 3 celestials behind. And the only way to break the king out from the limbo that he's now stuck, leaving his 3 celestials behind, and the only possible way to break the king out of the limbo is to use all 3 celestial architects on the king. Perhaps like the Crucifix for guiding light, the Vial of Starlight for curious light, and some new architect for mischievous light, which is yet to come out. As we see, the Crucifix has the hidden writing written in the winding font, which translated says one of the 3 architects marked by celestials assists you. Mischievous Light, who always craved blood, staying true to his name, creating monsters to take control and power all over reality. Curious Light, being the laid-back celestial that he is, doesn't really care about anything. And Guiding Light, always being the righteous and being by the side of the king, helps you go through the right path. We can see that the creatures like Seek and Figure are actually created by celestials. Note that in rooms, if you take a crucifix with you in rooms, the crucifix is gonna say, "This feels lighter than usual," and you cannot crucify any of the mobs or entities that spawn in rooms. I predict that Figure was actually created by Curious Light, as he emits a yellow aura, who's also tasked with protecting the library where all the place of knowledge actually resides. And Seek, of course, created by Mischievous Light. And this can be proven when we go to crucify Seek or Figure. They both get stopped, but they don't die. But rather, the spell of the crucifix is broken as it turns red. They're only temporarily stopped. So, in floor 3, we will most definitely see more from Mischievous Light, as he finally thinks of you as a challenge from what we saw from the ending of floor 2. Seek, controlled by Mischievous Light, is going to hunt you like a damn dog in floor 3. And God knows how hard floor 3 is going to be. Now that was a lot of headcanoning and guessing and piecing in puzzles that I found fitting for the narrative from the king and the castle as well as Mischievous Light. So obviously this is all a theory, a game theory. So let me know what you think in the comments, and be sure to like the video and subscribe, and also go watch these 2 videos.